We're live, baby.
We are live. And we got the chat going too, so.
Dude, I'm sore, man. I was lifting weights this morning.
Oh, man.
My hot boy era, dude.
Your hot girl summer?
Hot boy summer, baby.
Hey, they were roasting you yesterday, man.
What's that?
They were roasting you on the X. They put a picture of you with some guy sitting on the sofa with a bowl of chips and a beer in the hand, and it says, Olympic athlete makes a tiny mistake.
Oh, I saw that.
Pathetic.
I saw that.
I'm like, oh, God, man. And shout out to Tex-Mex Frank, man.
You know, we'll show him some love. What is today? Tuesday? Wednesday, right?
There we go. For some reason,
Says no music.
I know, I changed it now. Now they should be able to hear us. For some reason, it defaulted the audio back to the webcam.
Yeah.
I don't know why it would do that.
Welcome to another episode of the Alamo City Sportscast with Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
What's going on, South Texas? What's going on, San Antonio? This is the Alamo City Sportscast coming at you from the west side of San Antonio. My name's Mike Jimenez. That is Joe Garcia. It is hump day here in the Alamo City. We're going to have fun talking about all sorts of sports, pop culture, nostalgia, getting SEO. Lots of things to get into today. Joe, before we get going.
Yeah.
There were some memes of me yesterday. Can you find these memes?
God, man.
Because goodness, man, you know, I'm over here posting photos of myself going out for a run, you know, doing 4 miles of running and jogging and all that stuff. And instead, I get celebrated with other things, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go look for him. I was just looking at it right now.
Was it Swiss that was doing this yesterday?
I think it was Swiss and Elias, man. That was funny, dude.
We'll revisit that. But, hey, big props, man. If you want to go to my screen real fast.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex Frank looking good today.
That.
Sporting the Alamo City Sportscast gear.
And MCS.
Along with MCS General Contracting. Says, quote, I got a new shirt and a cap. And he hashtagged it Area 210, baby, in support of you as well.
That's right, man. And look at, we got the meme right here.
Yeah, so the meme there saying, watching the Olympics, someone makes a little mistake, and I'm over there going, pathetic. I like the fact that the memes that are coming out these days are memes from when I was 20 pounds heavier, dude.
Oh, God, man.
Like, they'll never die, right? I could lose so much weight, and it wouldn't matter, right? It's just one of those things where I'm going to be that. If you want to look at my screen, last night, went for a run here in the neighborhood, man. Now, people will be like, well, it's just 2 miles. Okay. Well, first of all, it is super hilly in my neighborhood, super duper hilly. And to go out there and do it in 24 minutes and change was a big accomplishment for me, because on a level field, level running track, I could probably be in the 23 range at this point, 23 and a half or so. But I'm getting that endurance up. I did a 2 mile walk after that, lifted with some weights today. I'm back, baby. Hot boy summer going to be in effect. Maybe not.
And look at this.
Hot boy winter.
Tim Gonzalez is asking or is saying, how about France and, Japan?
Yeah. So we're going to get into a lot of that, man, because the big question of the day when it comes to basketball, when it comes to the Olympics for me right now, because some of these events that are going on don't do it for me, man. I was at Las Palapas yesterday having lunch, and I go by myself and I sit at the bar. Bar has a big screen behind it, and you see the Olympics are on. Dude, the waiters and waitresses, every time an American gymnast was taking the balance beam, they would run over and watch. No one was getting refills. No one was getting served. The entire wait staff was there just watching gymnastics, right? And then you have all these guys there critiquing it. They're
Oh,
critiquing a sport
God.
they know nothing about. And I just thought it was the funniest thing. And to be completely honest, gymnastics does nothing for me. Simone Biles, as great as she is, does absolutely nothing for me. That is not a sport I give two craps
Man,
about.
that's Team USA, brother. And you know what? That's a hell of a team. I was watching with the wife and the daughter, man. We were
Right.
watching it.
Sith coming out saying that he was at Wingstop watching archery, and it was intense.
Hey, man, you know what else was intense? I was watching this last night as I was, getting ready to go to sleep with the wife and all that, watching TV in the bedroom. I turn on the competition shooting because I was telling her this. I used to do this when I was in high school. I would shoot with the rifle, the air gun. And I was telling her, the whole thing about wearing the leather jacket and you had to get your arms strapped in just right, to hold the rifle because it's really heavy, right? So I have an appreciation for what the sport is, right? Because I participated in it.
Right.
So I'm telling her the nuances of it, and they're doing the air pistol and the rifle. Man, that air pistol game got intense. The wife was into it. Hey, what's going on? What's happening?
No, man, the Winter Olympics beats all that because they have them on skis with rifles.
Oh, dude, I get down to that too. I like that because they're doing the cross country thing, right? And then they have to stop at the little target, and they're like,
and then they gotta ski away like they're Lane Meyer from Better Off Dead. Like they're being chased by the guy with say $2. But gymnastics, man, does nothing for me.
No, it's not everybody's sport, and I get that. But you know what? Surfing is where it's at too, man.
Dude, there was that one shot, that one photo. I think I have it on my page.
Yeah, that dude cut some air, man.
Check this out. I have it on my page here.
There it is, dude.
Dude, I love the Olympic Games basically just said, hang it on the Louvre, man. Hang it in the Louvre. That what a great photo there.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
Shot.
I was watching surfing the last time, about a day or two ago, after we did the show, right?
Right.
So I sat down and I was like, man, let me get something to eat real quick for lunch before I have to start my day again. And I sat down and I turned the TV on. There was surfing on. Man, I got to tell you, man, Mexico and France were going at it, dude. That was very entertaining. That heat that they had, I think it was like the third heat that they were in. They were going at it, dude. They weren't just sitting down, just waiting for the perfect wave. They were every damn thing that came their way. They were going on it, dude. I was like, damn, this is a good show, man.
Now, I don't know how much we're allowed to show, but
no, we can't show any of the video, dude.
NBC Sports has it right here. But the women's rugby, insane yesterday, getting a bronze medal. And you might ask,
you can't show the video.
Oh, well, let me see. Here we go. We'll just show this. Okay, so the women's rugby team hadn't won a medal, I think, in like a century. And the thing about it is that rugby is very similar to football. It's a big old scrum. You got to score what the equivalent of a touchdown is, right?
Yeah.
The length of the field is very similar to a football field. They were losing. I believe the score was 12-7. And they needed I don't know what they call it. Is it a goal? Is it a touchdown? I don't know, but they needed to go the length of the field in 29 seconds.
Yeah.
They were down to the final play.
30 seconds left.
Girl gets stuffed at the line and then just bulldozes two girls. One goes completely on top of and goes over, goes the distance. And it was so beautiful because when she crossed that finish line there, when she crossed the goal line, she dove into the goal line, but they needed to make an extra
penalty
point,
kick,
an extra point to make it. And it would look like a pretty easy kick. It looked like one that you and I could make. I mean, it was like a free throw. Just put it over the goalpost. They went on to win. The women from Australia who lost that, just looked so devastated by what happened.
And did you see their coach too? He couldn't believe what was going on.
And you can't really fault them for it. There was nothing that they did that was wrong, but Team USA Rugby going out there and just stealing that medal from them, that bronze. The time had expired, and she was 50 yards away from scoring.
She went the distance.
Went the distance, and the girls that were chasing after her, the women chasing after her, stopped halfway through. Like, we're not getting.
No, they were on her heels, dude. That's why she dove. She had, I think, one or two girls that were closing in on her.
They were closing in, but she wasn't gonna get caught.
She wasn't gonna mess around, dude. That's why she took that leap, and she's like, I'm diving into this damn goal, and she made it there, and that was it, dude. You could see the disappointment, the defeat on the Australian team, because this was for the bronze medal.
Yes.
So that them giving up that goal, that means that they went home without any medals.
I think Fox News had it best. They called it a walk-off. like a walk-off homer, man. They just took and stole that.
Yeah, you want to talk about entertaining, man. Yesterday, while we were doing this show, we're doing the show, and then we're getting live feeds from the audience, right, from our fans, from the chat. Team USA, Team France, and Japan going at it. And this one was entertaining. After the show was over, I immediately started watching the game, and I was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing here, man, unfold in front of me. France was down by 4 in the waning seconds, in the fourth quarter.
Game should have been over.
The game should have been over, and it was kind of a cheap call. I got to agree with my boy Taro here, who is, a resident of Japan.
Right.
Best Spurs fan, biggest Spurs fan that I know. And he was like, dude, that was kind of weak sauce, man. Because
disagree, dude. That was a foul.
That was weak sauce, dude.
That was a
they
foul.
got bailed out.
No, they didn't get bailed out.
That
was a foul. Okay, so to backtrack on there, you have Victor Wembanyama, you've got Rudy Gobert, defensive player of the year, rookie of the year, defensive player of the year, runner up. You have Evan Fournier. You've got some NBA talent on Team France. And meantime, Japan has a guy out there who's 5'4", who's lining up 2 feet shorter than Wemby, right? France was winning most of the game. Japan started chipping away, and at some point in the fourth quarter, neither team could score. 5.5 minutes, France did not score a bucket. 5.5 minutes. Could Japan score? No, because Gobert and Wemby just swallowed them up.
Yeah.
So Japan had every chance in the world to win this game. Japan lost Rui Hashimura, who had 24 points in this game. The leading scorer had his second flagrant foul. Again, that one was weak sauce. Okay, that one was weak.
The way that he got ejected, that was lame.
It was not an ejection because of that. It was an ejection because of multiple flagrant fouls.
I understand the rules.
You're not allowed more than one.
That was a weak flagrant, dude.
You're not allowed more than one.
That was weak sauce.
Not allowed more than one.
It shouldn't have been a flagrant, in my opinion. It was just a foul.
It was weak. It was weak,
dude.
But the thing is that Japan was down when that happened.
Yeah,
came back, stormed back in a way because again, France went 5.5 minutes in the fourth quarter without scoring a bucket.
You got 2 of the tallest guys out there. Nobody could score.
France couldn't get the ball into Wemby. It was like, who's their point guard? Blake Wesley? Is their point guard
Fournier?
Trey Jones? Is their shooting guard Devin Vassell? No one could get the ball to Wemby.
But Wemby needs to learn something too, man. You can shoot over anybody, dude. It doesn't matter where you get the ball. Just go ahead and pull up and do a fadeaway jumper, dude. That's unstoppable.
And you hear from Luka Doncic and Giannis coming out and saying, Nikola Jokic coming out and saying that it is so much easier to score in the NBA because it's a longer court, it's a wider court, it's a wider lane. It's a different thing going on in the NBA. It's more compact. There's no room to function on a FIBA court. It's just too small. But the thing about it is this: Japan going up by 4 points. The game's over. The game is over. The one thing you don't do is don't foul a 3-point shooter. And he fouled him. You might say it's a weak foul, but it was a foul. Dude. It was a foul.
Sauce,
he got him. He got in his space.
And was it a true 3? Because to me, it looked like he had his toe on the line.
Nah, it was a 3. They had to look that up, dude. That is not a weak call. That was a stupid play because the look that he gave after he fouled him was, oh my God, what did I just do? And the presence of mind for that guy to not only get fouled on the way up, because it wasn't on the way down, it was on the way up, to still make the 3-point shot and then go knock down that free throw. And then you see Wemby go off and in overtime.
That was all she wrote.
It was over, dude. They got deflated at that point.
Wemby made that lady cry, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying that yesterday. I think it was our boy John Dyer. He goes, Wemby made that nice lady cry.
Yeah. and I like the way that ESPN put it. ESPN basically said it was all Wemby in overtime.
Yeah.
And you just think about that. Just think about that. Just give him the damn ball.
And look at what Sith Elias is saying. This is the same thing that I was saying. Wemby can pull up and no one's blocking that 10-foot shot, dude. And then look at this. JHNSB. Wemby still doesn't know he's 7'4", unfortunately. Who's gonna stop that fadeaway jumper?
Go play
Nobody.
Center. Go play center.
When he
was with the Spurs last season, he played best at center. Get away from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Shoot the 3-pointers in transition. Do all that stuff.
But who's gonna stop?
But dude. You've got a 5'4" guy that was trying to guard you a couple
He's
plays.
at his waist, dude.
I'm taller than that guy, and I'm a short Mexican, man.
Yeah.
But you take a look at the standings right now. Canada at 2-0 in Group A. You've got Germany and France at 2-0 in Group B. And in Group C, you've got South Sudan and, of course, Team USA at 1-0. That is the thing. That is the big game today. Team USA taking on South Sudan, a team that almost beat USA last year if it wasn't for that last-second layup by LeBron James. Now, Team USA is favored by 26 points today. So I think gamblers are out there saying, you know what? That was a fluke. Team USA wasn't really trying, but the spread, I believe, is 26 points. France was favored by 16 yesterday over Japan and went into overtime. This is getting to be pretty exciting because, again, you have to win your group, and then you get to the knockout type of things. Do we have a caller, Joe?
We do have a caller, man. We just went ahead and brought on the one and only Jeff Garcia.
Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. Hef him, my man. Dude, what was going on with Team France yesterday? Did you get excited as we did watching that game? Because, man, Joe thinks that 4-point play that fouled at the end of the fourth quarter was fake. Dude, you don't get...
I didn't see a foul. When they showed the replay, I didn't see one.
You don't get that close, man. You don't even give them the chance to make that call. It was stupid.
Yeah, it was dumb. I mean, can you imagine if France had lost to Japan? I mean, that would have been the early upset special so far. But no, I mean,
it's crazy.
You know, it's not just France and Japan and USA and all that stuff. You know, all these games are really, really good. Apparently we found out that Patty Mills has been lifting heavy weights now. He can level Lou Dort like a piece of paper on the floor. I mean, the Lou Dort sold that big. The Olympic basketball games have been pretty exciting. Not too many lopsided games. And Joe Jimenez, is it just me or are all these games chippy? Like most of these games are really like you got people being separated, people getting each other's faces, hard fouls.
We saw Dylan Brooks and Josh Giddey go at each other.
Yeah. So it's been good. If you're not watching the Olympic basketball tournament, you're missing out, man, because a lot of these games are good. And then Team USA plays Sudan today. I heard you right now talking about the last game. You know, I agree with you, man. I think they're just gonna smack them up and down the court.
Yeah. We need to get into this too because we had a comment coming in with the $5 super chat here from the Drew Show. We appreciate you. He said, Team France coach is always suspect. A team with Wemby versus a 5'0", and he is running plays for a 3 instead of getting the 7'7" guys inside.
Yeah, so I mean that's the thing about it is that it seems so similar to what was going on with the Spurs. Just get the ball to Wemby inside. What more do you need? What more do you need? Now that 4-point play, was it weak? Yes, it was weak, right? Maybe it was the hand checker with the left hand. Whatever the case would be, but the thing is that you just let it go, man. You just let him shoot. You don't make it so that there's a chance for a 4-point play. But as the Drew Show is basically saying there, you know, you've got 14.5 feet of player down low with Gobert and Wemby, and the idea that you couldn't get the ball to either one of them for 4 quarters was ridiculous. And then what happens in the play in the overtime? Wemby goes off.
Yeah, finally unleashed.
Who would have thought? Give your best player the ball, and good things will happen.
They had to rely on Fournier knocking down a Hail Mary 3 at the end of the fourth quarter. Knock that down, get fouled. That's what they needed to go ahead and send the game into overtime. But like you said, in overtime, they finally decided to, hey, let's give the ball to Wemby. But you know what, Jeff? I want to get your opinion on the little 5'4" point guard that gave Team France all they could handle. I mean, the dude's 5'4", Jeff. Come on.
Yeah. I'm actually taller than somebody in this world.
I know.
But, I mean, he definitely, you know, Spud Webbish, you know, just able to get into that paint. You know, I was surprised, you know, nobody in France just kind of gave him a message.
Put a body on him, dude.
Yeah, throw a body on him, something. But, I mean, look, all these games have been great. You know, I'm looking forward to today. You got Team USA as mentioned. You know, watch out, Team Canada. You know, that's a strong team out there. That's a really good team. So it may not be easy for the path to go for Team USA because they got some competition. We're not even talking about Germany. I mean, have you seen Germany's lineup? It's pretty good. I think they're undefeated too. Jimenez, right?
They are. Yeah. Hey, I had the photos of that guy from Japan who's 5'4",
little 5'0" dude, man.
Yuki Togashi, 5'6", 5'6". Okay, so we were
with shoes.
5'6". Look at him line up against Wemby.
Dude.
I'm even taller than Yuki Tagashi, a little bit taller than him. But you see, this was what it would be like, Joe, if I was posted up against Wemby.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's how I looked on draft day when he got drafted, and I was standing next to him. That's how I looked. Hey, you know what other Olympic event that caught my eye, and it's pretty fun, just the fun to watch, especially for us 80s babies? Breakdance.
There's a breakdancing? Sorry, you
think
kind of
we lost him.
sorry,
dropped him.
Jeff Garcia dropped off. That's Jeff
Oh,
Garcia.
no, I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay.
Oh, you were saying breakdancing.
Yeah, the breakdancing competition is actually pretty good in the Olympics. So if you're not watching it, it's pretty fun.
Huh. I got to look that
Yeah,
up.
I got to go back and watch this now, because when you're on the Peacock, right, and you have the Peacock network, and you go in there and you click, on the Olympic icon to see what's going on, they have this really nice layout where you just click on the sport and you get to see what's going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll check that out.
That's pretty cool.
So
the breakdancing competition is good.
If you want to show the video,
Oh, we can't show the video.
This is not Olympic stuff.
Okay.
This is one of the teams preparing.
Yeah, we're showing that then.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of funny to see breaking or break dancing. A Team USA breaker they're showing. Her name is Logan Edra. Do they do the pop and lock? Is that what they do?
They do it all. They do it all, man. And
Pop, drop it, lock.
I know.
Yeah. So I think I was
I-
watching yesterday's. I don't remember who it was, but I just know
Now,
U.S. guy was competing and he lost. So
can I admit something? I have seen
What's
Break
up?
In and Break Into Electric Boogaloo.
I'm
Those
shocked
those
that
are
you
movies from the 80s that I have seen.
have. I mean, you remember the dancing with the broom scene?
It's been a while, dude. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I've also seen Save the Last Dance. That's another one. Is that the Julia Stiles one? I think I've seen that one before too. But talking to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. Dude, I was mentioning early in the show that I was over at Las Palapas yesterday enjoying lunch. And when I was watching that, the wait staff at Las Palapas, whenever Simone Biles would go up or any of Team USA would go up, people were not getting refills. People were not getting orders in because everyone just stopped what they were doing to watch Team USA. And then all these guys, right, who are like from all walks of life, the white collar, the blue collar, the gray collar, just glued to the TV. There's just something special about the Olympics. But for me, get me the track and field, man. I want to see track and field. Gymnastics doesn't do it for me. Swimming did when Michael Phelps was out there. But I just want to see track and field. That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
To me, that's the Olympics. I want to see the 4x400. I want to see the 100-meter dash and all that stuff. That is what I can't.
We have a question here coming in for Jeff Garcia. I'm going to put this comment up by our friend here, Tim Gonzalez. Jim wants to know: do you believe Mike can handle the 3-on-3 game? He was saying if Mike could handle officiating the 3-on-3 game.
Oh.
Officiating, yeah, I think Jimenez will be all right. Playing, that's another story.
Yeah, well, we're playing at 47, but back in 1996 is when the San Antonio hosted the NBA All-Star
You were
game.
quite the athlete.
The under let's see, 1996. It was the under 21 6'2" and under league that they had at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center.
Yeah,
I remember that.
3-on-3. Me and 3 of my friends won that championship.
Oh no, I gotta see the tape, man.
Here we go.
We did.
No proof.
Got to
no
see
nothing.
the tape, right? The photo.
Yeah. Let me bring out whatever cell phone existed back in 1996.
They have a newspaper clipping, the microfiche.
Tall tale or not.
Do you remember when the Spurs had a 3-on-3 basketball tournament?
I do. They had it at the Nelson Wolf.
Wasn't that sponsored by Pizza Hut?
Yes,
Yes,
it was sponsored by Pizza Hut. I think they had one of those events. They had them all over town, Jeff. Remember,
Yeah,
but
they
they had
did,
one at Nelson Wolf
Oh,
Stadium.
I remember the name. It was the Round Ball Ruckus.
I officiated Round Ball Ruckus at the Alamo.
No, you did not.
I did. I didn't play it. I officiated Round Ball Ruckus.
Oh, good Lord.
That's
Joe, this guy again.
Come get your boy, Jeff.
Jeff, I've been refereeing basketball for 20 years.
What were you, like 10 when you ref that time?
I'm 47 now. I started refereeing around 25. But I haven't refereed all the way through because out of the 22 years that have passed since I first got onto the court, I probably did 2 years on, 1 year off, 2 years on, 1 year off. I took COVID off. So you put it all together. I've officiated maybe 12 or 13 years, but I first started back in the early 2000s.
I like this comment here. Midtown Texas. It was 96 All-Star Jam. Ahmad Rashad gave Jimenez the championship.
Dude, Mario Lopez of Saved by the Bell fame, now of Entertainment Tonight, wanted to be on our team.
I remember walking downtown and seeing from afar Alfonso Ribeiro going into the River Center hotel, and then Will Smith performing at the old spot where La Semana Negra used to be downtown.
Yeah.
Mario Cavazos reaches out to us and says on our YouTube stream, Mike with Mario Lopez and Chanclas Academy playing Sudan on 3-3 champion. I like that, man. I could take him out, man. Mario Lopez is shorter than me, dude.
Yeah. Bear County was saying, remember Hoop and Holla.
I remember the name, but I don't remember the actual event. Jeff, I cannot believe you don't believe that I officiated Round Ball Ruckus.
I don't believe him either, Jeff.
I don't believe.
Dude, I've officiated AAU championships here in town.
This is coming from the same guy who takes credit for one of the Spurs getting their jersey retired.
Johnny Moore.
There we go.
Johnny Moore, 1997. I produced a story for KSAT 12 that was done on instant replay by Greg Simmons. I actually did the interview. I'm the one who wrote it. It was voiced by Greg Simmons because they weren't going to let me voice it. And I was talking to Johnny Moore about what he being part of the Spurs community, and I asked him, does he hope that his jersey would one day be retired on the rafters? And he says, I would love for that to happen. That would be a great honor. All that stuff.
Jimenez made it happen.
We put it on instant replay.
All because of Jimenez.
Back in the 90s, instant replay was a big deal.
I know.
And what did the Spurs announce that week? They were going to retire Johnny Moore's jersey.
That was Jimenez. Tall tale time.
You know what?
I like the tall tales.
The credit goes to Greg Simmons, right? Because Greg Simmons was the face of that story. But I reported that story. I wrote that story. I edited that story. So yeah, I do feel that I have something to do because it's one great coincidence that came on, and then 3 days later they made the announcement that the jersey 00 was going to be retired.
This is the real question.
Did you know that one time? Joe Garcia, he ordered popcorn and a soda at a Spurs game, and the Spurs won, and he needs all the credit now.
You know what?
Good job, credit to you for buying that popcorn and soda for the Spurs win.
There was one time I was on a date with some girl at Northwest 14 Theaters, man. Northwest 14 Theaters.
It's still there.
I am ordering popcorn and soda. Northwest 14 was great because even to this day, it's dead.
Right? Yeah, it always is.
It's the Fred's Fish Fry of movie theaters.
Off of Magic Drive, dude.
Yeah. So I'm over there, and this was back in the day when I was working at KSAT, and I was doing post-game interviews, and I was doing the interviews during practice and whatnot. I'm with a date, and this guy starts talking to me from behind, leans in, and says, Michael better be taking care of you. He's talking to this girl. Michael better be taking care of you. Whatever. It was David Robinson.
No.
Oh, my God.
David Robinson was there watching a movie.
No, mames.
He interrupted my date.
Man.
He interrupted
that attention, don't you?
He interrupted my date for 5 or 6 seconds to say, you better treat her right. You better get her popcorn.
Bro.
But did he pay for it? But did he pay for it?
Going to talk to you during your date. Yes, but did he? Sounds about right.
Dude, I mean, come on, man. If you were out and about, Jeff, right? Because you do post-game interviews and all that stuff. And it's different because back in the day, it was like, you were doing interviews by Zoom and whatnot. But if you were out and about, some of the Spurs would recognize you out and about, right? So how was that a tall tale when that's what I was doing? I was in the locker room after every game, every home game anyway. I was at practice 2 or 3 days a week. That was my job to do. I did it for 4 years.
I like this comment here. Seth Elias says, they sent Mike to interview people at the YMCA and he misunderstood the assignment and showed up dressed like the village people.
Someone had to be the cowboy.
Were you wearing the assless chaps?
Someone had to be the cowboy.
Oh, God, man.
Oh, gross, man. The next thing you know, Seth is going to do a meme of Mike in assless chaps soon.
Dude, no, please, God. That's the last thing I want to see.
Jeff, how long are these memes going to last of me and photoshops of me?
Well, you keep on cooking yourself.
From 20 pounds ago?
Oh,
from 20 pounds ago.
20 pounds ago, bro. Come on.
Mexican Jeter came out and says Jimenez probably gave Johnny Moore desert fever, so he had to make it. He had to make good.
That's not good. That's a bad one.
Wow.
What
does it say? Northwest was the best theater to watch The Matrix because they had badass sound system back then. They did, dude. The Northwest Theater.
I don't know where you said that Jimenez that it was dead. I remember going Northwest a lot in high school, and it was always packed.
Now I don't know, man. It's never been like. because back in the day when the Palladium got opened up, basically Northwest went dead. Back in the day, Hebner Oaks, man, that was the place to watch a movie. Then you go over to Flying Saucer and all the other little bars that were there. That for about a 3-year period, Hebner Oaks was like the place to be, and now it's just dead.
It's dated, man. It's not the same.
There was a Champs Americana that was right there, California Pizza Kitchen, all of it gone. I think California Pizza Chicken might still be there, but man, back in the day, man, that was a happening spot.
You know what's dated really bad? And I went to go see a film. I think it was Aquaman, the latest one that came out last year during December. We went and it was sold out everywhere, and we wanted to see it before we went to Disney, right? Because we were leaving that day. We went in the morning, not right after, we opened our Christmas presents and whatnot. And we went to go to the Cielo Vista Theater that's right behind Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you go there, dude. It's like you're going back in time, bro.
I know. We call it Cholo Vista.
It's bad, man. Cholo Vista. There, no lies detected, Jeff. You go in there and it's like you went back in like early 2000s, 1990. Yeah. It's bad, dude. It's like AMC.
I went to the Quarry. With the Quarry recently. I went to go see the Deadpool.
Oh,
movie.
That's dated too, bro.
Yeah, that's dated too. Yeah.
And it used to be so nice.
Not anymore. They need
so
to upgrade.
I'm going to Flicks tonight. Gonna take my kids, and I don't want to hear anybody give me crap.
What are you gonna go see?
We're gonna go see the Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh no,
tonight.
How $5 says he falls asleep and hates it, Jeff.
Well, first of all, I've enjoyed.
A bag on it later.
I've never seen a Wolverine movie, but I've seen all the Deadpool movies, so I'm familiar with Deadpool. Right. So I'm kind of like going in because I'm a Ryan Reynolds guy.
All right, did you watch the Loki series on Disney Plus?
No,
you're gonna be lost, bro.
No.
Yep.
I don't care. There's going to be lots of action going on and popcorn to be had. And dude, I mean, come on, man. You and I know we shouldn't be saying this, man, because that theater is the best theater in town. Flicks.
Don't let people know.
Don't let people know, man. Hey, they're going to have in 3 weeks, Jeff, Varsity Blues at Flicks.
No, wow.
I want to go see Varsity Blues. We have a $5 super chat coming in from the Drew Show saying, speaking of basketball in the 90s and the Olympics, what about the return of the NBA on NBC theme song on Peacock, Round Ball Rock by The Banger by John Tesh?
Yeah.
Round Ball Rock. Dude, to this day, I can be 80 years old, Jeff, and I'll know what haven't heard that song in years. I know what it is. Are you excited about it coming back?
Well, real quick before we get into that, just real fast. I went to recently. What theater I went to? I was shocked. I guess pleasantly surprised. The Mayan, which used to be the Century South.
Oh, yeah,
that's actually not bad. I don't think it gets a lot of shine, but it just feels like it's just me, Joe. Like Santikos is kind of taking over with all those hoity-toity fancy layouts they have now.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the one near New Braunfels, like going out that way, it's pretty
nice. Yeah, I've seen that one. That's isn't that the one that Manny works at from the Goods?
No. Manny works at a different one, but there's one right before Manny's.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I forgot, it's like a massive one.
It's a new one they built. Yeah, as you're like going out of town, it's really nice.
Going out of town, yes.
I've seen that. It's like if you're going to Austin, you'll be able to see it. It's a really nice theater.
If you're going towards Austin, it's on the right hand side of the highway.
On the right hand side, really nice.
Huge.
They have bowling there.
Why is Santiago's up in the game while all these other like
because younger people don't want to go to shitty ass theaters, man.
Yeah, they're tired of it. You know what theater doesn't have bowling? Everybody else got the bowling arena. Yeah, the Westlakes one. Mike says that's Marbach nice. I gotta take Jeff over here to the Westlakes Theater.
It's not bad,
and I want to see what he thinks about it. I'm gonna have him pull up with me to the bar, and I'm gonna buy you a drink, Jeff. How about that?
Thank you, Joe. No, thank you, I appreciate that. Which is the one that you and I went to?
We went to a movie. What movie did we go see?
I don't remember the movie. Did we go see Spider-Man? I think, or.
Oh, I think
we all three went to see a movie once.
We went. Was it Cielo Vista? Not
Cielo Vista.
No,
it was Casablanca. We went to the
Casablanca. That's when we went.
Yeah, which is not bad. Has a little bowling alley in there. That one's not bad. The Westlakes one, the Westlakes Alamo Draft House. It's not good. It's not bad either. It smells old in there. It's a little mildewy. I don't know, asbestos probably in there.
I went to the Alamo Draft House, the one next to North Star Mall. at the old Central Park
that
Mall.
one's a nice one.
Yeah. But I like the West Lakes one because you get to serve yourself your own popcorn, right?
Yeah.
You know it's fresh.
That's the theater you said that was Marbach nice.
Do you know what I hate is when I go to the theater and I see the popcorn being made, and instead of getting what's coming out of the machine, they're giving you what's like on the rack. And like, how long has that been sitting there?
All the
Well,
nasty stuff.
You know what the quarry does now? They don't let you put your own butter anymore. It's behind the counter. You have to ask them to do it, and then they limit you how much they put in there. Yep.
Now, when you put your own butter on, like at another theater, do you ever do that straw method where you put the straw through the popcorn and you put the butter through it? Dude, it works, man. You can't just have like gooey popcorn butter on top and then it'd be dry as crap on the bottom. No, you put the straws on the side, you put the butter through the straw, it goes all the way down to the bottom, and you shake it up, baby. Shake it up.
Oh,
no, I just do it in levels. That's all I do. Hey, fill it up halfway, and then I'll give it right back to you.
But let's talk a little bit about Spurs now. So we're gonna come back and circle back to tell us what you get your thoughts on what you thought about the Deadpool and the Wolverine movie. But
okay,
what's going on in the Spurs world right now? We've had former Spurs that have gotten signed by other teams. The Spurs went ahead and released one Dominic Barlow here, and Devontae Graham got picked up. So what's happening there?
Nothing much, just same old. It's getting we're pretty much in the quiet period of the NBA offseason now, where little things are going to happen. Barlow, Graham, you expect it. But as far as Spurs front, perhaps the quote unquote biggest thing going on right now is the marketing kind of watch, and at least according to The Athletic, it looks like marketing prefers to stay in Utah. So I don't know how much that's going to weigh on the Spurs decision, whether to chase them or not. Obviously, he's looking every towards August 6th for the extension date. We'll see, but it's been kind of quiet, just little here and there things, but nothing really big. But Joe, as far as marketing, are we done? Is that it? So we just move on? Should Spurs fans just say, it is what it is now?
I think we revisit in January or February. If he doesn't re-sign with the Jazz, and he is potentially leaving that team, the asking price has to go down. Now, you have an article on Kens5.com, and you can also subscribe to Jeff Garcia, not only on Locked On Spurs on YouTube and Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, but also at Jeff G Spurs Zone on Twitter and on Threads. You have an article on Kens5.com talking about how Chris Paul III, CP3, our new point guard, was on the herd with Colin Cowherd, talking about Victor Wembanyama. What was going on with that story?
Oh, just praising him. He's just saying the exact same thing everybody's saying about Victor, that there is no ceiling on him. He is one of one, that he's looking forward to be playing with him next season. And that this was a good one, though, that he does not see any type of cap ceiling on his potential. So that's good to see. But, I'm excited for the new season. I will see how a Hall of Fame point guard meshes with the Wemby. That's going to be good to see. Does Sohan take another step? Is Keldon still a Spur at come opening night? What about Sohan? Will he take another step in his development? So there's so many open questions right now for your San Antonio Spurs. Wemby, just how much more can he get? Better? How much more can he get? Look at his rookie season. And he said it himself. He doesn't think that he even scratched the surface of his potential. So we'll see. In the Olympics right now, he's doing pretty good. Rescued Team France versus Japan. He had a quiet game. He had an off game until it got to crunch time.
Now, Wemby wants what Keldon Johnson has, which is a gold medal. Keldon Johnson wins his next fight because, man, he looks like he's ready.
Yeah, he's a big outdoorsy, martial arts, Mortal Kombat kind of fighting fan. He loves that stuff. He did an interview with a local boxer for the Spurs a few years ago. So that just tells you how much he loves the sport of boxing. But, him getting in the ring recently to stay in shape, that's nothing new. He does it every season. The Spurs do it every season. They train with Jesse James Leha every year. So expect all those articles to come out very soon. Look, the Spurs are training with Jesse James Leha. How new is this? No, they've been doing it for decades now.
We got a question for you, Jeff.
What's up?
So one of our avid viewers here, Mario Cavasso, says, Jeff, will you be interviewing John Berthenol, a.k.a. the Punisher, at this year's Comic-Con along with the Daredevil, Charlie?
Okay, so as of right now, Punisher Bernthal, he's not doing a panel from what I was told.
Okay.
And he's just there just for a meet and greet with fans, and he's going to book. Now, that's what they said right now. That obviously could change as far as Charlie Cox is concerned. I don't know if he's going to be doing a panel. I know the Cobra Kai kids are going to be doing a panel. I know the 1990s movie actors, actresses of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they'll be doing a panel. Basically, I'm handling like the bulk of the panels. I do know I was given the Mutant Ninja Turtle panel, and I think the Cobra Kai panel. So I'll be handling those, but still more surprises to come out for Big Texas Con. But no, that's huge for Bernthal to come to San Antonio for 1 day only. So we'll see. By the way, I've met him in person in New York City. I thought he was taller. He's not. In real life, he's short.
Wow.
Now, speaking of Comic-Cons, if you want to show my screen,
Sure.
Did you see the story about how Jennifer Garner, the actress, she's been in tons of movies, tons of TV shows. She was stuck in an elevator at Comic-Con in San Diego. She was supposed to make an appearance over there. Instead,
I didn't hear about that.
she got stuck for an hour and 11 minutes and did this whole video blog about how what she was doing. She was annoying the people in there because she was singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall. But she was rescued safely, but somehow or another got stuck for an hour and 11 minutes. Jeff, could you be okay in an elevator with Jimenez for an hour and 11 minutes
God,
with no alcohol?
I would want to know Jimenez's tall tales. I think that'll just kill the time.
He'd be like, Jeff, I was responsible for the design of this here elevator.
I was responsible for the multiverse and the MCU because I bought a ticket to a movie, and then that movie made me buy another ticket, and something like that.
Hey, I got something.
It's like Al Gore saying that he invented the internet.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff, the bigger question should be, would Jeff have a problem being in the elevator stuck for an hour and 11 minutes with Jennifer Garner? I think not.
Have a problem with
I'd be
that.
asking.
I don't think anybody would.
I'd be asking Ben Affleck questions the entire time.
Ben Affleck, he won't be in there, bro.
I forgot about that.
That's her ex-husband.
I forgot that they were married for a while.
I'd be asking her questions like nerd questions, about Elektra and
Electra, that's what she was
going on, like other stuff happening. I would be like, hell with Ben. He ain't here. He dumped your ass and he's with J-Lo now. And he's miserable.
Now he moved on to Armis and then downgraded to J-Lo.
Yeah,
well, that is more of a disaster.
He's a dumbass. He's always dropping the ball.
How do you do that?
Hey, I got a question for you, Jeff. Here, I saw this. It's happening. Not happening. It was retweeted early this morning on Legion Hoops, right? So they have an excerpt that they got from a podcast called Run Your Race, right? And in this podcast, a little excerpt that they shared, it had D'Angelo Russell talking on Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, that's from the title league. That's what I like about those little not aggregators, those tweeters that repost stuff. They always mess up the source. No, that's from the title league. That league, that website, the title league, got a hold of me. They sent me the exact same thing about D'Angelo Russell saying stuff about Wemby.
Yeah.
There's no disagreement. Most improved, maybe he could get that next year. But All-Star, he should have been that. Rookie of the Year, we'll check. Defensive Player of the Year, yes, there was no question.
Yeah,
I still look back at those stats, Joe.
Yeah,
the defensive stats. I mean, how did they screw it up?
I don't know, man. There was a travesty that he didn't win Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. But the comment that D'Angelo Russell said, he said he's talking about Victor Wembanyama. He said he should have been Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved, All-NBA, and MVP. I'm like, man, that's a lot of hardware MVP, there, man.
MVP is the only one that I kind of disagree with D'Angelo on.
Yeah.
The MVP, your team better be at minimum semifinals team, Jimenez.
Yeah.
A playoff semifinals team at minimum.
Yeah,
I agree.
So let's get into a little bit of nerd talk because I know Jeff is a busy guy and he's going to have to leave us here soon. Jeff, I want to get your take. And I mean, let's be honest. If you should have already seen Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
I saw it. Yeah.
So let's try to keep it spoiler free, but because Mike's going to go see it today with the kids. Tell us, what did you think of the film?
First of all, Mike, I don't think Jimenez will appreciate the ending credits.
Montage.
No, don't. Why are we giving spoilers?
It's
not a spoiler. I'm not saying anything about them. I'm not saying anything about it.
I'll take this off for right now. I don't like movie spoilers.
All right. So is he off?
Yeah, he's off.
Okay. So the ending montage, I think it's gonna hit hard for the '90s babies. Bad. It's really really. That was like a highlight for me.
Yeah.
It is heavy fan service from Patch to several other people that appear. Funny as you know what. It is hilarious. Ryan Reynolds really becomes more Deadpool in this movie. You can believe it. I love the chemistry between Jackman and Reynolds, Wolverine and Deadpool. I think they captured it well. It was a good movie. There was a slow part. It did slow down a bit, and I did like how the movie acknowledged that it slowed down. But overall, I'll give it a solid A. I liked it a lot. I think it's a good reset for the MCU. They needed it because, man, they hit the wall bad.
Yeah.
But okay, fine, you hit the reset, but where are you going to go from this point moving forward? That's the question.
Yeah. One of the things I was going to say, I mean, we fans have waited almost 20 years for certain, let's say, scenes that came out in the movie. Very heavy fan service. So what did you think about the fan service that you saw here?
Oh, I appreciated it. Yeah, and I figured they had no choice. They had to get it in there because that was it for 20th Century Fox.
Okay, Mike, it's free, man. You can enter. You can come back into the pool. But let's have you go ahead and say one thing to Jimenez. If you've never been introduced to, let's say, Wolverine, for example, right,
yeah.
and he's just going in there as a fan, as a dad, watching the movie with his kids. Is this something that you can just go in and watch without having no knowledge of Wolverine and get everything?
No, for the MCU movies, no. Jimenez, you're gonna have to have some background. What's going on?
No, dude. It's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be action. It's gonna be eye candy.
Okay, but that's fine. But then when you come back and you get on your show, you're gonna bash it because you didn't get what's going on.
Well, dude, if I have to watch like 9 movies and a series,
yep, you're gonna have to
watch it, then that's just too much nerdiness to have in one's life.
Look at Little Mac, Jeff. What do you agree with this? I kind of agree with him in this one. He says Logan is the best Marvel movie ever. Talk about a comic accurate film. I think this one was really good.
That is a good one. See, that's a good question. It's up there for me, but I'm gonna put in no particular order as far as my best Marvel movies.
I know which one.
I said Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Blade goes up there. Blade 1.
The OG, yeah.
The OG. Blade 1 goes up there.
2 and 3 are horrible. Just watch the first one.
Yeah, just watch the first one, everybody. Yeah. You see, and there's that. Jimenez is not going to know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Right there.
I saw Blade last year.
All right.
See, GHNSB comes out and says Mike is right. It's not like he's wanting to learn another language just to understand a movie. That's it. By the way, let's can we talk about another movie? Can we celebrate another movie?
Okay.
Joe, Jeff, this week is the 20-year anniversary of a stoner classic, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Oh my God, I haven't seen that movie in years. You know that White Castle that they show in the movie?
It's not real.
Yeah, exactly. It's not real.
So Harold and Kumar is an interesting movie, man. You know, it's the 20-year anniversary this week. I love this movie for a variety of reasons. The way that they handle the race aspect of the movie, because you very rarely, if ever, do you see 2 Eastern Asian characters come out in a movie like this who are American, right? They make it a point to say that they're American the entire time. They're not foreign exchange students. They're not. They're both very, very, very bright and smart, but they're potheads, right? And the whole idea of them wanting to go to White Castle and travel the distance that they need to go to because it's not in their home state, and all these different adventures they go on. Neil Patrick Harris resurrecting his career because of his role in this movie. All the cameos of people who became famous later on. Great movie, dude. One of my favorite stoner movies of all time. I can watch this movie a lot. A-.
You see, I agree with you saying one of the great stoner movies of all time. But you know who I have number 1 in my book?
What's that?
Pineapple Express.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I want to watch that. I've always passed by it. I want to watch that one. I mean, would you consider Dazed and Confused, which is a great movie, a stoner movie because you've got Matthew McConaughey's character and you've got
Brendan Fraser's in there.
Yeah.
Right, Days of Confused. Am I getting the right movie?
No, Days of Confused is Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the ones that you don't talk about, man, but it's the OG of all stoner films. Cheech and Chong, dude.
Oh, I've seen that one. Up
Yeah,
in Smoke.
yeah. I forgot about that
Smoke,
one.
Yeah.
That
The
one I
whole
have seen.
van
It's
was
good.
made of reefer, bro. I mean, that's good stuff. But you know what? I want to ask Jeff something here. So I don't know if you can show it, or I'll try to show it here on screen as well. But Jeff, we do have an event that'll be coming up here, and it's something that our boys have put together here. I think they're doing a great job, and they want us to go ahead and help get the word out on what they're doing. So without further ado, here we're going to go ahead and show the flyer that they just put out here. This is for Brandon Big Papi Medina and also Sith Lord Elias. They're going to be having a WWE SummerSlam watch party over at the Halftime Pizza.
Yeah, I saw
on
that.
Tezel. Yeah, they're gonna. It's a really good family-friendly place. You can bring everybody. You don't have to. They're not discriminating here because it's not just a full-on bar. They have a little bar there. They do serve some, beer and whatnot. But it's like pizza and calzones, wings. The normal bar fare kind of stuff. But it's gonna be cool to go out, just hang out with the people, watch SummerSlam as it's occurring on Saturday. It's gonna start at 6:00 at the 7126 Tezel Road location. And they're also going to go ahead and it's going to be having some drinks, food giveaways. So everybody's welcome to come out. We welcome you to come out and join us too if you can, Jeff.
Yeah. Sounds good. Hey, another thing that I think the city of San Antonio should try to go to. Yesterday was day one of the San Antonio Film Festival.
Oh, yeah. You were there.
Yeah. I went there yesterday. I saw the 9:00 block. It was the San Antonio Made short movies.
Yeah,
so these are short movies filmed in location in San Antonio. You got to meet the actors, actresses, directors afterwards. It's at the Tobin Center. Heads up, though, I was a little underdressed, shocking everybody. Yeah, people go there and dressed up.
Yeah.
So now that could have just been day one. If it's just day one, okay, fine. But I think after that, it should be casual moving forward. But it's a good event. It's a good event. They had speaking of stoner movies, they actually had a stoner short movie made in San Antonio. They showed it.
Nice.
So you get to see like sites of the South Side. You'll see, I think it was the Rim, like the shops at the Rim. You'll see downtown a lot, heavy downtown. So there's a good stuff. So go check it out. They just love this. They just need support, man. Because when I showed up, Joe, like the organizer, like, oh, thank God you're here. Like people are here. Like, and I felt bad. It looked like San Antonio doesn't go out to these events.
Damn.
Talking to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. We do have one more $5 super chat. If you want to read that one from the Drew Show, thank you so much for the generosity there, Drew.
He said, "What the F? Miss Pineapple Express. We all like you, Mike. Then you reveal stuff like this. Mike always is trying to ice skate uphill."
Okay, you know what? It's James Franco. I like James Franco, but I can only take so much of James Franco. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like the movie. I haven't watched the movie before. I hear it's funny, and I'll check it out. I don't like the cover of the poster. James Franco laughing like crazy.
You're not gonna watch a film based on the artwork?
Sometimes.
Oh God.
Sometimes.
This your boy, Jeff. Come get your boy, Mike.
Hey, Joe. I don't know if you saw this movie, but it is another recommendation for Mike to review an '80s movie he never saw. Just One of the Boys. I rewatched that the other.
I saw that movie.
I remember that movie.
That one?
That was a classic, man.
I know you. Why did you fast forward to the very end? If you know what, you know why.
Oh yeah, because she shows booby.
Oh, not just that, but I mean,
she reveals she's a girl.
How spectacular they were.
How were those hidden? I'm looking at the poster of James Franco in this
Pineapple Express.
In Pineapple Express, just that face.
It's a stoner film, bro.
Doesn't make me want to watch it. And then also I kind of got tired of Seth Rogen, dude. It's every movie that he was in, from Knocked Up to everything before and after. It's the same character, the same movie. The only one that he's done different is 50-50. We talked about that movie the other day, but he was even a stoner in that movie. It's the exact same damn fucking character. I got tired of them. I'll pay $1 I'll pay $1 into the swear jar. I just got tired of both of them. Now I will say this though, what's it called? What was that one movie where they went to North Korea? The interview.
Oh,
that
yes,
was
the
a
interview.
good
Yes, yes.
movie. That
With
I will
Kim Jong.
that I will admit is a very, very good movie.
Man,
This Is the End is also pretty good.
hey man, they tried to go ahead and cancel Sony over that film, dude.
Yeah, they did. They went after Sony big time.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, I just want to clarify something. And no, Jimenez, this is not giving away anything about Wolverine.
I'll take it
Because
off.
No. It has nothing to do with that. I just want to know, 20th Century Fox is done with MCU, right? Is that what this is about?
No, yes and no, Jeff. I think what this is,
Okay.
it's the introduction of you know what, the
Yeah,
kind of
I know.
yeah. It's the intro for that. It's a setup for something bigger, you know, because
But they're saying goodbye to it though.
in a way, yes, and in a way, it's like you're saying goodbye to something that was iconic and old to make way for something new, you know.
Mhm.
And I think they're going to bring some of the characters that you're enamored with, that everybody loves, into, you know, the MCU in some fashion. I think it's just kind of a nod to like, hey, this is where everything came from, and you know, we have to wait for them to release the films to see where everything is going, you know. But it is
I gotta tell you,
exciting.
That montage got me teary eyed a little bit.
Oh
It was
man,
sad. It was great to see. They did a
it
good
was,
job with that.
dude, because we grew up watching
Yeah.
these films, and when we were younger, Jeff, we were big nerds, right? So we'd probably even hung out at the same
Still.
comic book shops, right? Up and down Military Drive. Remember they used to have the comic book shop right next to like what was it called, Hog Wild Records? Remember that?
Oh my God, Hog Wild Worker. Yeah,
Yeah.
the military.
Yeah, and there
Yeah.
used to be a small little comic shop right next door to Hog Wild, and I used to go there all the time. Me and my cousins had subscriptions, and they already knew what we're coming in for. They had our little bags ready. Remember, they used to put the comic books in like a little brown paper bag, and they used to
Yep.
staple it with your name on it.
Nice. Got a $1.99 super chat from Mario Cavazos. What's going on, my man? Says Mike still hasn't watched The Last Dragon. Very sad. I have
Very
no
sad,
idea what The
very
Last
sad.
Dragon is.
You need to watch. They said Manteca, which is Greece, or Hamilton. No,
You ever seen
man.
Grease? You haven't seen Grease Jimenez?
Never have, no.
No, you're missing out, man.
I mean, Olivia Newton-John was a nugget back in the day. Man, we hadn't used the word nugget in a while. May she
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
I'm looking at photos right now of The Last Dragon. You know what? Let's call up the trailer.
Oh man,
Is this worth watching? Is this worth
Mike's not
doing
gonna
a
like it.
review of?
He won't like it.
You're gonna bag on it.
He's gonna watch it like 5-10 minutes and be like, "Nah, dude, I'm out." Just like
don't let John Dyer find out that you're bagging on that movie because he loves that movie.
Which one? The Last Dragon? What
Yeah.
the hell's going on
he
here?
loves it.
see, I told you he's
What's
not
going
gonna
on
like
here?
it, man.
The Who is the Master scene, apparently. It looks like the Who's Bad video from Michael Jackson back in
Bro,
the day.
I don't think this is gonna be for you, man.
Yeah, Mike Jimenez, don't watch it. Yeah, because you're gonna piss off a lot of
yeah,
people.
man. This ain't your thing, dude.
I mean,
You're not hood enough to watch this film.
I mean,
dude.
whose thing would this be for, though? That's what I want to know.
You don't get it, man. Let's just put it like that. You don't get it, man. He ain't one of us, Jeff.
I mean, he already bashed Big Trouble, so.
Oh, he couldn't get through it.
blasphemy.
Remember, he couldn't get through it.
It was
But
awful.
that's the point. The payoff is awesome. The payoff.
Dude, I'm not going to watch an hour and a half of a crappy movie.
You think he would
It was
like
not
the
a
Golden
crappy
Child,
movie.
Jeff? You think he would get through the Golden Child?
I think he can get through the Golden Child. Yeah.
By the way, the video that we just showed was courtesy of TriStar Pictures, The Last Dragon, which came out back in 1985. I was 8 years old. Budget of $10 million, made $33 million.
Yep, it's good.
Tony
It's done, it's
Ornelas is coming out with a Kendrick Lamar type of post saying Mike is not like us, not like us. Gotcha. Got it.
Hey, guys,
I
well,
got the reference.
Jeff just got to go, man.
Well, I got to go. But before I go, though, I just want to let everybody know Locked On Spurs is on off-season mode. Not one every day. So it'll be 1, 2 to 3 at most until training camp. But we have a very, very special guest for tomorrow's show. So
Nice.
I look forward to that. Locked On Spurs, the new one should be dropping in about 15, 20 minutes.
Nice.
That's with Hector Ledesma, a Bally Sports contributor. So we're going to be talking.
Great guy.
And Joe, technical issues. I had technical issues.
Oh no, Jeff. The Gremlins reared their ugly head again. Surprise, surprise, right?
We couldn't get the video going, and
Man.
it just pooped out, and so we have to do audio only. But nevertheless, the Lowe's coming out in a bit. I look forward to tomorrow's. Not tomorrow, Friday's.
Yeah.
Locked On Spurs.
Well, I got to get you on one of I did the reboot, for the two shots.
So you did the reboot, yeah.
Now it's Area 210. I got to go ahead and get you on because you were there for me in the beginning when I was two shots. So it's only fitting that I get you on for the first episode of the reboot. We'll go ahead and talk to get that going. Well, that is actually going to be something that I want to record with you. So I'll get with you about that so we can make it happen. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. So just hitting the dead period of the NBA offseason. Luckily, we got the Olympics, so that will keep us going for a while. And trust me, once the new season begins, it's going to be busy.
I think it's going to have its. I think what we should do, Jeff, since it's going to be the doldrums of the NBA season, maybe me and you can get together and kind of talk about the movie like Deadpool and Wolverine and kind of give our quick review. And that's something that we're going to be there for 30 minutes,
But don't you do the Countdown Geeks thing? Aren't you part of that?
Yeah, but I'm saying just me and you do this without
just me and you. Okay.
Yeah, just without anybody else there, just me and you. It's just for fun, maybe we could, kind of condense it for time, but maybe like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, give a quick review and then put it out there, for the people.
Yeah. Yeah, but exactly. Yeah, we'll do that. And it just makes me think about the Big Texas. I'm glad y'all brought it up. Yeah, I'll be hosting it once again this upcoming year. So I'll be there hosting it. And I think I might be hosting another, I want to call it a Comic-Con thing.
They have Kawawa-Con coming up.
That one I'll be doing, but I haven't got the details yet as far as what capacity. But there's I think in October, there's a science fiction movie festival in San Antonio, and the organizer asked me if I wanted to host that too. So anything nerd related, man, San Antonio people like Jeff can host it. Jeff can host it.
Tony Ornelas says Joe and Jeff movie BFFs.
You gotta get that locket like Wolverine and Deadpool.
So Tony also asked the question, have I ever seen Better Off Dead? Yes, I saw it again last week. Love that movie. It's an A movie, $2. Great line. I am Howard Cosell. That's great. Great movie. That is Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. Jeff, if I see you this weekend, I'm going to go to the Ice Cube concert this weekend, Bone Thugs and Harmony. If you want to meet before, during the show, or after the show, drinks are on me.
We're hanging out next weekend.
Well, yeah, we could do both.
Okay.
Why not both?
This weekend,
I got confused.
Jeff's going to go to SummerSlam. The SummerSlam. Watch
SummerSlam.
You can go to SummerSlam and then go meet up with us after the concert.
No, dude, you're gonna be wearing.
Hey, SummerSlam is not pay-per-view, right?
It's gonna come out on the Peacock network, so you have to have that.
Okay, all right,
very cool. Jeff Garcia, you have a great day, my man. Thanks for being on.
Man. Bye. Thanks, Jeff. Bye.
Mexican Junior asking the questions: does Jimenez even like Bruce Lee movies? I've never seen one. Never seen one. Asking if I'm going to be smoking out the Ice Cube concert. I'm going to be smoking either way, right? Either I do it or I'm going to smell it in the crowd. Just is what it is. Let's give some love to MCS General Contracting. You've been giving love all day with the cap, but let's give some more love to our guys, Chris Lehan, fellas.
MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business, honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show.
That's right. That Diamond Hard Concrete, baby. Chris Leha and the fellas do it right out there. I'm a client. They've come to my house and they've done their thing. Fantastic. Do an amazing job. Joe, look at the photo on my screen. This was yesterday's practice for the Dallas Cowboys in Oxnard, California.
What's wrong with it?
WFAA's Mike Leslie posted this. WFAA is the ABC affiliate in Dallas.
Looking kind of thin there, man.
Saying Cowboy fans are out on this franchise more than I can ever remember. The attendance so far at camp is way down. Remember, Jerry Jones was bragging the other day about all their season ticket holders, and about all the merch they've been selling. Look at that. Crickets, baby, at their camp. Woo!
Nobody there, man. Nobody.
You know what? This is telling. This is a message to Jerry Jones. It's about damn time.
Look at Hanover Fist. As soon as you said that, he cued that right in with to coincide with you. And look at he's telling don't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean the Cowboys did this to themselves, and I have a question for you, Joe, as a Cowboys fan. Is there anything the Cowboys can do to get you excited about this season? What if they sign Dak to an extension, sign CD to an extension, and sign Micah Parsons to an extension? Would even that get you excited about this team?
It wouldn't get me excited because you know what? We're going to be let down again. It's going to be setting you up for more disappointment until this team can actually go to a conference game and win, get to the Super Bowl. I'll believe. Until that time, it's nothing more than just, for pageantry, smoke and mirrors.
Right.
That's all it is, dude.
I'm going to piggyback off of what Joy Taylor said. I love Joy Taylor. She was on TikTok yesterday, basically making the point that the Cowboys are designed and built to be relevant in the regular season and the regular season only. And you look at what they're doing right now. They're acting as though they didn't know Micah Parsons' extension was going to come up. They're acting as though CeeDee Lamb's extension was not going to come up. And they're acting as though they did not give every single bit of leverage to Dak Prescott. They did all of this to themselves.
There was bad moves.
And they drafted so well. They drafted Dak. They drafted CD. They drafted Micah. They know when the contracts are up. They know that these players want job security. They know that they don't want to go in as a lame duck. They know that these guys don't want to be franchise tagged. And they sit there with their thumb up their ass, acting like they don't know that this was coming.
They knew, man.
They are a bad organization to play for. And they're going to go, they've gone 12-5, 3 years in a row, but at no point were they ever a legit contender for the Super Bowl. Last year, it was wide open for them. Aaron Rodgers had left Green Bay. San Francisco had injuries.
Look at the comment.
The Eagles had injuries.
Look at this.
It was wide open, and they wet the bed to the Packers when the opportunity was there. Now it's harder.
Tony Ornelas comes in hot, saying the only thing that can get me excited about the Cowboys is if Ezekiel Elliott is born again with the fountain of youth, which won't happen. Hope they lose every game. Midtown Texas Cowboy fan says, as a Cowboy fan, I don't care.
I wonder if the TV ratings will be reflective of this.
No, man. They're going to be one of the most watched teams, always in the ratings, always with the merch, number one. Fans travel well, no matter where they're playing. And you know what it's going to do? It's just setting them up for failure because this is the end. This is the end. This is it for Cowboy Nation. Mm-hmm. You're probably going to most likely have Dak walk, right? You're going to sign CeeDee Lamb. You're going to go and give the money to Micah Parsons. Who's going to be your QB? You do not have a quarterback after this season. I believe that Dak and the Cowboys will not come to terms. Dak is going to go elsewhere because Jerry has said as much. He's been alluding to this for quite some time. Mm-hmm. If you're reading between the lines, you're reading the tea leaves. You know where it makes sense for Dak to go?
Where?
Las Vegas, baby.
That's right.
No. He's going to be a Raider, dude.
100%. And again, without a contract, Dak will count $40.46 million against the cap next year for the Dallas Cowboys.
And to add insult to injury, that Raider team is a poverty-ass franchise right now. Watch Dak go over there and watch this team actually go to the Super Bowl.
I mean, they've got a top receiver over there. I mean, they've got a brand new facility. It's not a bad place to be, man. Not a bad place to be.
I mean, he can get his endorsement deals done over there. It's going to be a big media conglomerate that they have out there in Vegas.
Right.
It's near a lot of other, high-level places, marquee places. For example, LA, which is another media market there. I mean, I think LA is a move for Dak, man.
Well, I'm looking at all the teams. Okay.
Los Angeles Raiders.
I'm looking at all the teams. Let's go through it all. So you've got Buffalo
or Las Vegas.
Buffalo has, Josh Allen. Miami has Tua Tagovailoa. They just signed Tua to an extension. So they're off the table, right? So you've got the Jets and Patriots. Dak does not play good on grass. So that eliminates the Patriots. So the Jets, they have 1 year left with Aaron Rodgers, I think are a dark horse team. Yeah. It's a cold weather. He may not like the cold weather, but they play on turf. They play on turf, right? It's outdoors, but they play on turf. Outside chance. Baltimore Ravens, they got Lamar Jackson. The Cleveland Browns are stuck in that Deshaun Watson debacle of a contract. Pittsburgh, they're juggling 2 quarterbacks right now, one of them being Russell Wilson. Bengals, Joe Burrow, not doing anything, right? Texans, CJ Stroud, they're not going to go away from CJ. Jacksonville with the Sunshine Boy, Trevor Lawrence, they're not going to do anything. They just signed him out. The Colts, they're enamored with their rookie guy, Anthony Richardson.
The Colts actually have a really good low-key team, dude.
They've got offensive linemen. They've got a stud running back. Titans, okay.
The Titans, to me, they're laden in mediocrity.
Right, but they're South. They're a Southern team.
True.
Keep in mind, Dak played at Mississippi State, if I'm not mistaken. So it's one of the Mississippi schools. So you have that makeup there of being in the South, Tennessee. I'm going to put them as an outside chance. Kansas City's not going to go off from Mahomes.
No.
Broncos, not going to play in the snow. Chargers, they're not going to get away from Herbert. Raiders, so you have the Raiders. So in the AFC, the only legit teams are the Raiders, the Jets, and the Titans. Eagles aren't going to move away. Giants are going to move away. Commanders are going to move away. Although you could say that he might go back to his old quarterback, his old head coach, or not head coach. Dan Quinn's now the head coach over there in D.C. The Lions aren't going to take him. The Packers have Jordan Love. The Vikings have their guy. The Bears have their guy. Tampa Bay has their guy. The Saints. Derek Carr doesn't have a very long contract.
Oh yeah, man. He's an I quarterback.
He's I.
He's I.
Not good. He
He's
ain't bad. He's I. Falcons, no. Panthers, no. Niners, no. Rams, no. Seahawks, maybe. Cardinals, no. There are only 7 teams that he can go to, and they will all roll out the red carpet for him, dude. They all will.
I'm glad you didn't say the Chargers.
No. Herbert's a good player. So the thing about it is this. The Cowboys have done this to themselves. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones have made their fans numb. And the NFL's a better league when you have the Cowboys winning, when you have the Cowboys doing a good job at 12-5 and making the playoffs and weed them boys and all that stuff. The league is better. What I don't want, I'm a Cowboy hater. I can't stand the Cowboys. My favorite team is the Saints. My second favorite team is whoever's playing the Cowboys. My third favorite team is the Texans, right? Sancha team. When I look at the Cowboys going 3-14, 5-12 is not good for business. It's not.
Cowboys are the Los Angeles Lakers
They're
of the NFL.
New York Yankees.
Because look at what happens when the Lakers, they're in the playoffs. They're like, hey, the Lakers in the playoffs, it's good for business for the NBA because it brings up the ratings and people want to watch. That's the same thing the Cowboys are. The Cowboys are the Lakers of the NFL. Showtime, baby, this and that. They always try to hype them up, and all they've done is shit the bed when it comes to winning games in the playoffs. And they're like, it's good. It would be great for the Cowboys to keep winning and moving forward, but they just can't do it, man. They're not. That team is not built to win when it matters.
No. And it all starts with the fact that their general manager is a man in his 80s who uses this team as a toy. That's all that it is. It is a toy. He did not buy that franchise to win. He bought that franchise to play with it like a toy. That is it.
And I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm just tired of the nonsense. There comes a time as a Cowboy fan. Doesn't matter if you're a diehard, whatever. If you're a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I am tired of fucking losing for the last 20 years. I've had enough. Had enough.
The culture is not there anymore.
Yep.
And you have to go back to 1996 when they were actually relevant, man. I know they say, well, we won a title, it's been longer for the Niners to win a title, but the Niners have been back to the Super Bowl. They've been back to the NFC Championship game. They've been relevant in the playoffs for so long.
Hell, even the Green Bay Packers, man.
They may not have gone over the hump, but they're at least getting there. And you're going to see the Texans go into Jerry World and beat the living shit out of that team. And there might be some defections, man. You might have some people go, you know what? We're not Cowboy fans anymore.
They're tired, dude. Fans are tired. They're going to go out and buy the merch that Jerry brings out there,
They got- they got-
whatever it says.
They got beaten up. Dude, I was a diehard Texas Rangers fan for many years. From like being very little,
You saw the great Nolan Ryan?
saw the Nolan Ryan, Palmero, Juan Gonzalez,
Pudge.
loved it all, right? And then when they got when they lost to the Cardinals in the World Series,
Broke your heart.
they were one strike away. I just
God.
became numb to it all. And I was kind of like still a fan, but not really. And I went off of baseball at that point. They won the World Series last year. It was fun. You and I went to the Stout House. We had reason to drink and have all that stuff. But I didn't know who any of these players were because I was no longer a fan. It is possible to like weigh on the emotions of your fan base and have them just not give a crap anymore.
Yeah, this is the definition of the Cowboys being all in. They're going to be all in on merch. They're going to be all in when it comes to selling the season tickets, and Jerry going out there talking to the media, talking about the wrong damn thing. How about you put together a team that can actually do something?
Right.
You're worried about the wrong thing, man. And that's the thing with Jerry. He's on his yacht. He's having a good time. He don't give a damn about this team.
He's more worried about Arkansas basketball right now, dude.
Yeah, man. He's all in for the Arkansas basketball team.
Hey, let's go ahead and switch gears as we round out the show a little bit. We need to talk about the hood schools real fast because
God,
as we revisited this, yesterday we did the hood schools for SAISD. The two winners were Lanier and Fox Tech. That's right. Not Sam Houston, not Jefferson, not Highlands, not Brack, not Edison, not Burbank. Fox Tech and Lanier. Lanier getting 50% of the vote in their bracket. Fox Tech getting 41% on their side of the bracket. So they're going to advance to the, what should we call these brackets? The hood brackets.
The hood brackets.
The Edgar Invitational. Today we're talking about Northside schools, and I've narrowed it down to Holmes, Jay, Warren, and the fourth school, I put Brennan. Okay, because Brennan's in a nice area.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of crap that goes down at that school. People are like saying, well, why not Marshall? My daughter called me and said, why not Marshall?
Brennan, white collar crime.
Dude, there's always something being found at that school.
You know what? This is funny too. Look at what everybody remembers, dude. Sam Salinas. Oh shit. He says, bring the chili bowl back. You know what? You might as well bring the Gucci bowl back. Remember that one with
Churchill
Fox Tech?
No, so let's talk about the North Side schools. Who are you voting for? Holmes, Jay, Warren, or Brennan?
Oh, dude, no doubt it's got to be Jay, man. Come on.
Okay, so Jay right now is leading with 58% of the vote, 30% going to Holmes, 10% to Warren, and 2% to Brennan. Matthew reaches out to us and says, that Matt Tech Dad says, if we're talking about currently and not back in the day, the lazy answer is Jay. However, Jay and Holmes both have magnet schools that have changed their schools' demographics significantly. Jay is engineering. Holmes is cybersecurity. Now, I will say this, though. The magnet schools tend to stick to themselves.
Yeah.
Okay? Like my daughter went to Com Arts at Taft High School. She had 2 classes at Taft High School per day, which was basically, math and science.
My daughter went to Com Arts.
Really?
She graduated from there.
Yeah, so very cool. Com Arts dads.
Yeah.
So you know how it is, right? They're in their school,
the bubble.
They're in their bubble most of the day.
Most of the day. That's correct.
And they take 2 classes a day outside of that, inside the Taft High School, or if you're at the magnet school at Holmes, you go to Holmes for a couple hours.
They go over there for lunch.
For lunch.
Yeah.
Or gym.
And what do the Taft kids say? Oh, those are the smart kids.
Exactly. Exactly. So it is. So yes, it does change the demographic some, but it's not like they're full-fledged. I'll give you an example. Val Pacheco, who's a good friend of ours, right?
Shout out.
Angel's girlfriend.
Shout out Val and Angel.
She and I went to high school together.
Yeah, and I went to high school with Angel.
Okay, there you go. We went to high school together, and Val and I went, and we went to a wine bar the other day to kind of catch up the other day.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Val, and I was like, "You went to Holmes," and she gave me crap by saying, "No, I did not go to Holmes."
You didn't go to Holmes?
She goes, "I went to business careers. You went to Holmes." And I thought about it. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, here's some photos of the wine bar the other day. She was like, "I went to business careers." I said, "Dude, you played athletics. You were on the volleyball team. Did it say business careers on the front? And she goes, no, it said Holmes. And you know why? Because you went to Holmes. At the end of the day, if you went to business careers, you went to Holmes. So funny, dude.
Sam Salinas. Jay gets the buy on account of them being Edgar.
The origin of it all.
God, man.
No, but we'll be adding more to the brackets. It looks like Jay's going to advance. Jay might ultimately be a 1 seed when it comes to it all, but the magnet schools, come on, man. You went to
Dude.
My daughter went to Taft. I know she went to ComArts, but she's a Taft girl.
Yeah,
also.
so is my daughter. I mean, their Taft is part of the ComArts. It's the schools are side by side.
Yeah,
you know,
it's inside the school.
Yeah, and look at what Chris Gonzalez says. He goes, Jay students had a shooting like a year ago. They did, dude. They had a shooting, and not only that, somebody got murdered. One of the students, remember, they went across the street to that Mexican restaurant.
Yep.
They got into an altercation. Kid got stabbed.
Home students always talk about Devil's Den by Ingram Park Mall. I remember going there when I was younger,
dude. It's no more, but it used to be a thing.
Yeah, I remember going back there back in the day. We'd go eat over there, middle of nowhere, just a field,
just hang out,
just hills. It's like abandoned.
Yeah, it would be 4-wheeling all over the place on the weekends.
You're only a quarter of a mile, half a mile from Ingram Park Mall, yeah. But you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you're in that creek bed. You got all the hills.
So we'll do more. I think we'll do the FM 78 bracket today. I want to see who wins between Roosevelt, Judson, and those schools. Someone brought up saying, you know what's a hood school? I never thought about it. For NEISD, MacArthur.
MacArthur. Oh, God, dude. I never thought of it that way.
It kind of is.
Is that a hood school?
Lee High School.
Lee.
Dude, has a Confederate logo, or used to.
Well,
back
used
in the day.
to. No, they took down the statue and everything.
They're like, okay, we're going to change our name from Lee to Lee.
I think they, what did they do with the statue? They relocated it somewhere.
I don't know. They took it with the Indian from the Red McCombs Auto Center.
You know what we need to do? We need to go ahead and give some love to our boy, Jeff Garcia.
Let's do it.
Locked on Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked on Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@LockedOnSpurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked on Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
And thank you to Jeff for being on today's show. If you want to show my screen there,
sure.
Let's show some love for me, baby.
Oh, no,
put the lower third up, baby.
God,
this is what I do. See, I wear t-shirt and shorts for this, but I oftentimes get dressed up in a sports coat or a suit, baby.
Yeah.
210-508-0369. That is my number. 210-508-0369.
I'm looking for the lower third.
I do finance, baby. So you know me as sports, pop culture, nostalgia. But when I'm off this show, I work on my business. I provide services when it comes to investments. So for those who have questions about 401k rollovers, setting up college savings for their kids, maybe you have an account elsewhere. Maybe you already have an old account and you're like, man, I don't like my financial advisor. I want a new one. I can take those over. Life insurance, disability, long-term care.
I'll put the number right here.
Make it happen, baby. Make it happen. Show me some love, because here's the thing. Here's the thing, everybody. Send me some referrals of people who are leaving their jobs or who need these services, because, Joe, guess what happens if I don't get business? I can't do this podcast.
Can't, dude.
I can't do this podcast. Swiss coming out saying I look like I'm selling Brute. But I smell like Sauvage.
Oh, God. You look like you're selling Brute. That's a good one,
I got that Sauvage scent on me.
Oh,
this was in Houston the other day.
Josh Peck. They said you look like Josh Peck.
Nice.
Look at this one. With that suit, I would vote for you, not Kamala.
Okay, first of all, we got to get the pronunciation right. It's not Kamala. She's not a wrestler from the 80s. It's Kamala.
Kamala. Okay.
There you go. There you go. No, but that's the thing, man. I love doing this podcast. We do it every day, Monday through Friday. but I can only do it as long as I'm getting business. And what we're going to find out is finance gets really, really, really strong and fast around September. People start doing their benefits at work. They have questions about life insurance. Dude, a lot of people get their benefits through work. And I'm like, 1 time salary, 2 times salary for life insurance. Like, that's enough.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, I have a 401k. Well, what are you invested in? Oh, I don't know. Just come to me. Let me look at your crap and figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I do. 210-508-0369.
You know, you should have a catchy number like the guy that comes out with the 4s. You should have like the 5s.
444-4444.
Call Mike for all your investments need. Call the 5s.
Call the 5s. It's like, call the 9s.
Hey, there you go. Call the 9s.
Because I was dressed in the 9s, baby.
There you go.
That's what I was doing. 444-4444. Hey, Team USA basketball is going to be taking the court in about 2.5 hours against South Sudan. Should we be worried? And will Jason Tatum play any minutes? Because he was not played. Steve Kerr saying, I kind of forgot that he was even on this team. You know, Jason Tatum, the best player on the best team in the NBA, did not even sniff the court. He and Tyrese Halliburton didn't play.
I bet you plays today.
Should we be worried?
I bet you he plays today.
Team USA, I believe, won by 1 last time.
Yeah,
South Sudan won its Olympic opener against Puerto Rico 90-79.
Is Jason Tatum one of the best players on Team USA?
Yes.
Why is the brother not sniffing the court?
I would argue that he's probably the best player on Team USA.
Why is he not sniffing the court?
Dude, Steve Kerr, man, what is he doing?
He's a dumbass as a coach, man. I don't know what everybody wants. What do they need to see before they finally see what we're seeing? The guy's a dumbass.
He's stubborn.
He's a dumbass. You know, he's letting his ego dictate what he's going to do out there. And he needs to remove the ego out of the equation. And if you want to win a gold medal, you got to put your best players out on the court.
You do. And here's the thing, man. Remember Team USA almost lost? LeBron James, a layup with 6 seconds to go to win the game.
That was lucky, dude.
Team USA is favored today by 28.5 points.
No, man. You know what I think is going to happen? South Sudan is going to give them all they can handle, bro. I'm looking forward to another thriller, dude, with South Sudan. South Sudan teams have slept on them, and they said, you know what? They can't sleep on us anymore. They know what we're capable of doing.
Do you know what the money line is for Sudan right now? Plus 1,800, 18-1 odds.
Dude, if you bet a $20 or
$100, you would get your 100 back plus 1,800.
Damn, $20. What a $20 bet get you?
$20 bet would get you 360 profit.
That's not bad, dude.
I mean,
puncher's
chance, baby. I don't know what it was about that South Sudan team. I mean, we were watching the game. You called me in the third quarter. You're like, turn the game on.
I said USA is getting their cheeks clapped right now, and
dude,
they were
down. And then what ends up happening? USA goes up by like 7 or 8 points in the fourth quarter, and then lost that lead.
They don't have an answer for South Sudan. South Sudan has length. They got speed, athleticism, and the sad thing is they were playing better basketball than Team USA was for at least almost the whole game, maybe 40. Not 40. How long did they play? 30 minutes?
It's a 40-minute game.
40-minute game? They probably,
about 35 minutes of game they played better.
They played great. Stellar basketball.
LeBron played hero ball, but that's what Team USA is doing, man. They're playing hero ball out there. There's not any cohesiveness with this team. The best players on this team are Drew Holiday and Derek White because they're actually playing team offense and team defense. Meantime, you have Steph Curry and LeBron and Kevin Durant just doing their thing. Devin Booker playing minutes with Jason Tatum not even sniffing the court. What are you talking about, man? Devin Booker's not even a top 10 player in the NBA, probably not even a top 20 player in the NBA. Yeah. And Jason Tatum was not even on the court.
Look at this. Chris Gonzalez. Joe, China Rose time.
Nice.
Maybe.
You know what?
Maybe.
A poll could be choose your fighter, China Rose or Ding Hao.
No, man. I got to go hood, bro.
It was good. I'm not saying it was bad.
That egg drop soup, come on, man. That lady hooked us up, bro. That big old bowl.
Ding Hao's got it.
Oh, man, I don't want to hear that. That egg drop soup from China Rose, I'll put it up against anybody. To me, the one that had the best egg drop soup right now, the walk-in right here off of Petrenko, bro.
Dude, okay, first of all, that whatever container that they keep it in, I'm sure it's filthy.
I don't give a damn.
But there's something good about that particular bowl of egg
Dude,
drop soup.
That egg drop soup at that walk-in is next level, man.
Yeah.
And you put in those little crunchy croutons or whatever you call them.
Oh, the
The
crunchy
little-
noodles.
The crunchy noodles, man. That's it, dude.
And something about that little piece of green onion that
Oh,
goes into it. It's
so
just
good, dude.
Chef's
Kiss, man. You could eat that egg drop soup
by itself.
and you'd be fine.
You know what?
with
Give me
tea.
that in an egg roll.
in a tea.
Yeah,
I'm good.
very nice.
You know, and you just put in like, you know, your lemon chicken or whatever. That's just taking it to another level. But the egg drop soup is a food group of its own.
I remember my sister and I, we went to, along with other family, we went to Chinatown on Bel Air in Houston. And my sister was like, just order lemon chicken for everybody. And I'm like, you do realize lemon chicken is not Chinese food. Like, you go to any legit Chinese restaurant, it's not a real dish. That's like Americanized Chinese food.
Tony Renales. What happened to Golden Walk on Marbach? It's still there. It's
still there.
all right.
They made it nicer.
It's all right. It's a little pricey for what you're getting there. It's like, if I'm going to pay that much, I'd rather go to, you know, China Rose, man. I mean, I've gone. My daughter loves going to the Golden Walk.
It's all about
when
it's all about the ding hao, baby.
My daughter loves Golden Walk when it's daddy-daughter date, right? Like I take her for a lunch date.
Yeah.
She always wants to go to Golden Walk.
Went to Panda Express yesterday. I know it's fast food and it's basically the Taco Bell of it all, but my daughter loves it. So I was like, all right, I'll have it. I had the Kung Pao, which was fine. The beef and broccoli, which was fine. But instead of doing the rice, 540 calories, instead of doing the chow mein, 540 calories, they have this steamed veggies there, which sounded awful. But then they described the way that it's cooked. They said we drizzle olive oil on it, and then we steam it, and then we fry it. It's not fried, but it's just like they stir fry it. It was good, dude. And it was just veggies, 90 calories. I loved it.
Tasting good.
Yep.
And look at Tim Gonzalez says, Joe, have you tried the new restaurant on 410 right across from the IHOP? I have not tried it yet. I need to, though.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Well, it is 11:40. I'm going to sling those investments and insurances again. 210-508-0369. Drop me a line, drop me a call, drop me a text. Maybe not just for you, but for the friends that you have, friends and family who may need this help. 210-508-0369.
Another
Got to
thing,
get
too,
to work, brother.
one thing we want to go ahead and remind everybody of is that we also stream the live audio on our website. Make sure you go and check out the website at alamocitypodcastnetwork.com. You can also go ahead and support the show by buying our wares. If you go ahead and go to our merch store that's online at the fourth wall.
I'm
showing
the photo right now of Tex-Mex Frank again, who not only bought our gear, but also bought the gear of MCS General Contracting.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put the link back in the chat for you boys there. You can go ahead and check that out if you'd want to go ahead and buy the 210 Area 210 merch or the lovely Alamo City Sportscast shirt that, you know, Tex-Mex Frank is wearing. Click on that link. It'll take you right to our store.
Thank you, Drew and Mario, for the super chats. Really appreciate it. Keeps the show going, brothers. Drew Show saying the worst Chinese is gins. I've had gins before.
It's not that good. What's that other one? No, Lynn's buffet that's over here off of
Lynn's.
1604. It's all right,
It's
bro.
expensive,
But it's all right.
it's actually pretty good.
You know, Fortune Cookie was the GOAT, dude. And that didn't make it past COVID.
Is that the one by Ingram Park Mall?
It used to be, man. That was the GOAT right there.
That was all right. That was pretty
No,
good.
that was more than all right. That was really good. Really good.
I had to tell you about this Mexican buffet on Bandera Road in Mainland.
Oh, I saw that.
I've been there before. Go there on a Sunday. They have
Yeah.
pan dulce as part of it all. It's really good.
Yeah, they're changing the Acadiana Cafe, which we're going to have to go there before it closes, into a Mexican buffet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Pancho's. Raise
No.
the flag. Raise the flag. And let's hope that Team USA raises the flag against South Sudan today.
Hopefully.
I think it's a 2
2
p.m.
o'clock.
2 p.m.
And Tim, our friend of the show here, Tim says it's going to be at be shown on the Peacock Network. It's not USA Network.
Nice. I got Peacock at home. Everyone have a fantastic day. I got to go sling those investments and insurances. This is the Alamo City Sportscast, 1,036 subscribers strong. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Y'all take care.